Being seen and breaking through. What do those mean to you? I gotta say, being seen is one of the most popular flow dreams in my library. There's a couple variations of it, but basically it's be seen. And I think that the reason people respond so much to it is that most of us were brought up with this feeling that we really shouldn't show off. We shouldn't show everything we can do, except under very limited circumstances. If you were the star pitcher at school, you showed that off. If you were the smartest kid in class, you kind of kept it to yourself. Flow Dreaming.
It's a show where we talk about the power of your mind
To change your world around you.
to literally affect.
The fabric of your reality.
We talk about this feeling of hope
And joy.
and relief. And that is what being aware of your flow does. It gives you a feeling of power again in your lives.
Breathe.
I'm Summer McStravick, and welcome to another episode of Flow Dreaming.
Welcome, my friends, to episode number 635 of Flow Dreaming. Limitless, Be Seen, and Breakthrough, which, incidentally, and if you haven't figured it out already, I am on a roll of creating and releasing new playlists, and this is one. And I wanted to talk about it, why I made it, and what it might do for you. Not only that, but what does being seen mean? What does being limitless mean? What does breaking through mean? And what does it mean, especially if you are that kid who learned, don't be seen. It is dangerous. Don't be seen. People will not like you. You will lose all your friends. Don't be seen. Who do you think you are? Better than everybody else? Don't be seen. Someone else can do that better than you, honey. I just want to take all of that and shove it off a cliff into the ocean. So that's what we're going to do today as we dive in. So a little bit of housekeeping, some news in Flow Dreamland. Before we do that, first thing, if you really want to be limitless, if you really want to be seen, Me School is now enrolling. I am speaking with you guys, bringing you into the beautiful program, 12 segments of rich, juicy material that really help you discover who you are, where you're going, release what needs to be released, and put on the plate in front of you where you want to go next. It is a personal growth program. But personal growth is much too broad of a way of describing it. It's really about you finding out what you're here for, finding out what makes your life feel good, what makes you happy, where you stopped or where you stalled, or how you want to rebuild yourself, or how you want to transition. That's Me School. And there are some incredibly valuable tools, workshop style lessons, hundreds of exercises that you will go through, that you will have wished someone had taught you or shown you much earlier in your life. So if you're interested, go visit flowdreaming.com, look up Me School, and set up a time to talk with me. So the other thing is, like I said, we're talking about Limitless, the new playlist. And if anything sounds exciting about what you hear today, please go to flowdreaming.com and check it out. By the way, get the free kit that's there too, because once you do, you get on my mailing list, and I send out sales and newsletters, sometimes excerpts from books that I'm writing, all kinds of stuff to kind of get your mind rolling and percolating. So go check that out. Now, let's jump into being seen and why that is one of the most popular search terms on my website. What does it mean to break through? What does it mean in your heart? Because it's kind of a weird concept, right? Because be seen by whom? Break through to what? It's a feeling. That's what we're really talking about and holding here. It's like a feeling. Everyone's breakthrough is different. Everyone's form of being seen in their life is totally different. I have a very personal meaning of what being seen means to me. It means being acknowledged, being recognized, being heard, being listened to, being able to step in and help. Sometimes it means being given some authority. It means having visibility where I don't have to work so hard. People just know me and they know who I am, so I can go about the business of getting my gifts out there and getting my work done. Like, all of that to me means being seen. Now, sometimes being seen means a bigger stage. Maybe you feel like I've pretty much got all that, but the world is my stage and only a handful of people really know what I give and offer. I want the world to see. I want to be seen in a major way. I need to be seen on television. I need to be seen on the radio. I need to be seen, splashed across the pages of that beautiful magazine. I need to be seen like that. Similar, breaking through. What is breaking through? Breaking through what? Well, let's call it the barrier to being seen. If you imagine, close your eyes for a second. Imagine that you break through in your career and your life. You break through. Usually, being seen and breaking through relate to the way we spend our time, the way we spend our days. Your career could be paid or unpaid. You could be a career mom. You could be a career volunteer. You could be anything. But we're breaking through into being seen. We're breaking through something that is preventing our full and complete expansion, our full and complete ability to give. That's what we're breaking through. And we ask the next logical question, well, what is the thing you're breaking through? Is it a wall? Is it a window? Is it a cardboard box? And again, that's where we get into that really personal, intimate answer. All of us have something a little different we're breaking through. I know, for me personally, I'm going to use myself here as the guinea pig for today's episode. You'll learn all about me. But personally, when I'm breaking through, what I'm acknowledging is I have limitations in my thinking. I have limitations. I only can think so big before I don't even realize that I didn't think bigger. You ever had that moment where, you think about something really great, like, oh my God, it'd be so wonderful if that happened? And then someone else says, yeah, but what about this? And you say, damn, I never even thought of that. Wow, yeah, that's way bigger. That's way better, or way easier, or way faster. How come I didn't think of that? Limitation in your thinking, perhaps. So I need to break through those limitations in my thinking. I need to break through, meaning I need to see those suckers so I can break through them. And don't we all moan and complain? That's the hardest darn thing, because our limitations are based often on blocks and invisible patterns and things that run us. But they're also based on ceilings, something else you guys hear me talk a lot about in Flowland. The ceiling is the thing you can't really see higher than. You look up and you just see the sky and you don't know what else is there. So I'm playing with vocabulary right now because this vocabulary is really, really meaningful in the way that we talk to ourselves and what we allow ourselves to do. When I said being seen might be something that feels really uncomfortable, I mean it, because while we have a desire to be seen and acknowledged and recognized, lauded, given authority, whatever it may be, given the freedom to do what we're good at, there's often another part of ourselves that says, being seen comes with a cost, honey. Do you want to pay that price? Who here feels that way? Put hands up, unless you're driving, right? Who feels that being seen comes with a price? There's always a hidden cost, we tell ourselves. The cost is, it'll be dangerous. Somebody might steal my idea. Somebody might stalk me. I might lose my job because I'm too threatening now. I might promise something that I actually can't deliver, and they're going to find out. right? There's all these hidden feelings that say, there's a cost for this. There's a risk for this. I would like you to play right now with the idea that there's no risk for this. There's no cost for being seen. So yes, there is some. There's a cost for everything. Well, just play with this. Hear it out. What if there is no risk? What if there is no cost? What if you've been flying so far under the radar for so long that you don't even know what flying in normal space feels like? All right, chew on that. What if your idea of being seen is just like being in normal space? You're not even atmospheric. You're just flying where all the regular planes go, but you've been so undershooting. So normal space feels scary. Of course it does. Is it unsafe there? No. What would that feel like? How would you express yourself differently day to day? Would you say things with more authority and confidence about yourself and your skills and what you know and think? Would you not hesitate to put yourself out there and have somebody hopefully write an article about you or interview you or tap you for your knowledge? Would you be the first one to volunteer to lead that thing at work? What would you do? Right? There's all kinds of ways. And while I couldn't possibly list all the ways in just one episode here, I can get you starting to think in terms of what is a way that I could be seen that I typically shrink back from. And what's the cost that I've associated with being seen? When I put together the playlist, by the way, it has a flow dream called Be Seen. There's another one called Enormous Audience. There's another one called Remove Limitations and Wake Up Your Imagination. And finally, Nurturing and Trusting Your Dream. Right? These go together like peas in a pod. I love Remove Limitations and Wake Up Your Imagination because that's what I'm talking about right now. Waking up your imagination. What would it be like if everyone knew about you? What you can do, what you offer. And by everyone, maybe it doesn't mean the world. Maybe it just means everyone in your town, right? Because you're a mortgage broker and you want to close some deals. What if it means everybody knows who you are because you sell essential oils and you're the go-to person. And when they're looking, you're seen. You're the one they find. You're found. And you're breaking through all those inner limitations of they don't want it, they don't want me. You know, this is too hard. There's too many other people doing this. I'll never get ahead. How can I be special in this crowd? Ooh, all of those. Do you hear those when I say it? That's what you want to break through. Being seen and breaking through is for everybody. I mean, it's for everybody. Let's say you don't work a paid job. Let's say you're a volunteer. Let's say you're a parent, which should be a paid job, believe me. Be seen means, wow, mom is rocking. She's doing great. Dad is, I so acknowledge and recognize everything that he has done. He seems incredibly fulfilled, like he's got his life in fantastic balance. He's a stay-at-home dad, but he also has these other things that, the world recognizes and sees and acknowledges. You can be limitless in any sphere that you occupy. It is a state of mind, a state of being. It's an emotional space. It's a goal line that you want to cross. How does this fit into flow and flow dreaming? Well, everything we talk about here, all of these personal growth concepts that, I share with you, they come from something in flow dreaming. They come from me butting my head against a bumpy wall and saying, oh, I found something. Let's talk about this. This one's held me back recently. Or, wow, I discovered this and now I am flying and gliding and positively getting all of my needs met. And I want you to. When I go into flow, when I use, say, a playlist like this, or in Me School, by the way, Me School is enrolling, like I just mentioned, so please, please, please give me a call. Love to talk to you really seriously about breaking through there. But when I am thinking and feeling about being seen and breaking through in my life, I'm in my flow with it. It becomes an emotional space that I occupy, that I enter. It becomes something that I claim. I claim that. Being a flow dreamer means using all of these different emotions that I'm scattering out right now in front of you. Claiming, that's an emotion, right? You need to learn how to use that. It's a crayon in your crayon box. Claiming does a certain thing. Claiming means I acquire this, I am this, I have this is mine. I own it. And I accept the responsibility of owning it. I claim a feeling of limitlessness, which means this is mine. I'm going for it. It's on the table. It is here. I've got it. That's what I flow for. That feeling. Now remember, in flow, we're flowing for how we want to feel. We're telling and sketching our life and our future, and we're using this fantastic technique to do so. If you haven't heard of flow dreaming before, go to my website. There's a free kit. It teaches you the actual technique. But it's a way to manifest. It's a way to change your energy. It's a way to co-create, to sculpt your future, to sculpt the future you. So I'm in there and I'm saying, I'm limitless. I've broken through. I'm seen. I'm trusting my dream. I'm trusting my vision. All the limitations, both seen and unseen, are cleared away. Now what? Now what can happen? You see, it's a very vulnerable space that you end up being in when you're truly ready to be seen. Very vulnerable space. Because you're exposed. When you're the person way far out in the front of everything, guess who gets seen first? You know, the marathon? There's always that person or two right way ahead of everybody else. Guess who's being looked at? They are. Is it vulnerable? Yes. Is it exposed? Yes. Are they worried about the price? No. What are they feeling? Confidence, grace, clarity. They've claimed that space. They've claimed that spot. And they're being open and vulnerable in it. This is you. This is the feelings that your own breakthroughs will surround you with. So I suggest, if you're playing with these feelings, you're playing with these emotional goals, these emotional endpoints, as I call them, I'd love for you to describe to yourself, what does being seen mean to me? What does breaking through and being seen mean to me? And I suggest you journal that question. What does being seen and breaking through mean to me? Journal it. So you find out how it tastes, how it feels, all of the emotions that are involved, the fears as well as the excitement. And then you take it the step further and say, do I commit to this? Do I claim this? Is this going to be what I walk? What things will I do differently now because of this decision? What new choices? When will I open my mouth and speak in different ways to different people? What new actions will I be inspired to do to follow through on this? Now we're getting somewhere. By the way, exercises like these are examples of what I do in Me School. I know I'm talking a lot about Me School in this series of episodes, but that's because it's gorgeous. It's springtime. You've got the rest of the year ahead of you. It is enrollment time. And this is particularly a time where a lot of us are turning in new directions. And this is the thing that swoops in and supports you. It gives you the emotional sustenance to be able to do this, to not just fall back into the old thing that you were doing because it was easy, even though it didn't really work for you. This is your moment. I mean, seize it. There is gazillions of gallons of opportunity right now. And Me School can be the guiding force, the handrail that you hold on to as you move into these new states of being and doing, new work, whatever it may be. Maybe you're healing still, healing some losses. Me School, my friends. So what I want to do is similar to what I did in episode number 634, Powerful Immunity and Protection. I'm going to play you a little sample of one of these flow dreams. It's not going to be the whole thing because I really want you to get the playlist, frankly. And I know some of you will listen over and over to this. You're like, I love the Be Seen one. It was on episode 635. But I'm going to play a good chunk of it, an absolute good chunk of it, because I want you to get to that moment, that point where you feel it, right? If we can do that together today, we have made I would feel so satisfied. Once you feel something, once you really feel it and get it and know it, it becomes that benchmark, right? It becomes the bar now that you can reach over and over again. So I want you to feel it. I want you to get there. So with that, let's jump in. And I have chosen the lead track, Be Seen, for you to get an experience, a moment of that sensation of the safety and the stardom that can just completely turn your life into something new. Make it reborn into something fresh and big and satisfying. You ready? Okay, flow dreaming is not meditation. Don't get ready for a light, soft, and soothing thing. Flow dreaming uses guided daydreaming, deep emotion, and awareness of flow energy, source energy, the flow of your life. It's a place, it's a thing. You bring these three together while you're listening to something like this, and then you're truly flow dreaming. Flow dreaming is not just listening to an audio. So if you know how to do it, get ready and we'll do it together. And if you don't know how to do it, just roll along with it and enjoy yourself. Be Seen, a flow dream. Nice deep breath all the way in. Eyes are closed, relaxed, and releasing your breath, releasing your abdomen, dropping your shoulders, relaxing and releasing your jaw, letting go. Breathing deep, released, feeling yourself drift, feeling yourself float, going into this place, field of energy, flowing waves of light, out in space, a big, broad, beautiful place. A safe place to stand or float. Energies of life and the universe are swirling around you. And in this beautiful river, this place of light and energy, swirling around you like the softest snowflakes against your cheek. You recognize that you're here because you're innately talented, you're skillful, you're aware, you are excellent at what you do. Everything about you is exactly what you need to further your talent, your vision, your skill, your authentic self into this world. Every part of you is right. From how you look, to how old you are, to the color of your hair, your skin, your clothing, where you live, what you know, every little bit of you. You are the perfect container for your knowledge, for your skills, your abilities. And you know this. And you know that the universe is just waiting for you to step into the spotlight. And then you see it. There is a spotlight, a beautiful place of light, attention, people, others, acknowledging you, seeing you, knowing you have it. You've got it. You are what they are looking for. You are the fulfillment of it. You are big and seen and right there stepping into the light, and you can feel it swivel around you, sharpen on you. And you recognize in this moment, here's what I am. And it's good enough. It's better than good enough. And there is an audience. There are people. There is a world around me hungry for what I am and what I offer and what I do. And I can feel right now all those little bits and pieces of me that kept trying to fight that off and fend that off like little tiny paper shields. And these shields were trying to push people away and say, no, I can't do that. No, I'm not going to. Oh, no, that would be embarrassing, or people would judge me for that, or, oh, I'd be just showing up too strong or coming across too strong. And all of that stuff, I can feel it's like this debris. It's like litter bouncing along the road in a windstorm. All of that is blowing away and out of my life. And it is not confidence that I'm talking about. Instead, it's this deep inner assurance. They are waiting to hear from me. They want me to show up. They want me to talk about myself. They want me to reveal what I can do, who I am, how I show up and come across. And when I do, I will be safe. Safe and getting safer and safer and safer every time I do. Because every time I do, every time as I get safer, a little bit more opens up to me. I grow. I get a little more exposure. A little more says yes. Oh, how did that feel? I know you just want to keep it going, huh? Well, if you loved it, I do encourage you to go get the whole playlist. You can find it. I have an app in both the Google Play Store as well as in iTunes or your app store on your iPhone. And you can carry these around in your pocket, and you can feel them and listen to them and binge on them one after another. You can fall asleep to them if they're not too lively for you, or you can do the actual emotional flow dreaming process with them and make it into something really good, really rich, and really transformative. Last, I really love talking with you guys about Me School. It is enrolling right now. It's been wonderful having conversations with you and inviting you into the program. So if you'd love to work with me for the foreseeable future, for the months ahead, I am right here for you. So is a brand new, beautiful group of fellow classmates. This is the time now, or I don't want to say never, but now. Because really, this is one of the most potent moments that you could possibly be doing this kind of work in your life and in the state of the world right now. So with that, guys, lots of love to you. I'm going to plug in a little information here about Me School at the end. So keep listening, and that will give you instructions on how you can reach out to me about it. Okay, love you all. I'll see you next time for another episode of Flow Dreaming. I want to take a moment to tell you about Me School. Now, of course, you can look all of this up on the website at flowdreaming.com. Look up Me School, and the whole thing will be written out for you in great and glorious detail. But as long as you're here and you've just been listening to this episode, maybe the thoughts crossing your mind. What would happen if I really learned all of this flow dreaming stuff? What would happen if I gave myself some personal growth on a really stepped up level? What would I be capable of? Where could I go? Most of my Me Schoolers enter Me School not exactly knowing where they want to go. And that's mistake number one I want you to avoid. You don't have to know what you're trying to create for yourself. If you've been through a transition recently, or you're even just looking at the next decade of your life and thinking, what's going to happen in it? Well, I'm here. We're here because that's what we specialize in. Showing you, helping you, pointing you where you can say, I know how I'm going to feel in that decade. And I know some of the things now that I want to add in. We take you from a place of being stuck and not knowing into a place of total, powerful clarity, of excitement. You are raring to go. And maybe that's a feeling you haven't had in a while. Well, it's still there, it's hiding, and I know how to get it back. So come join me, come visit. We are a beautiful, vibrant, loving, intimate community of very powerful, accepting creators, seekers, and dreamers. We make things happen. You will be intensely surprised by the quality of people who are around you. And why? Because I spend my time with you for a whole year. And I'm picky. I am. Which means that everyone in Me School is a choice cut, man. They're the top. They're the best people. Doesn't mean they're the biggest in their careers or this or that, but they're good people. And they're people who do the work. And they're generous people, and they're loving people. They're the people I want to hang out with. And I'm inviting you to come in with us. Because over the course of the year, we're going to talk together every month, multiple times a month. You're going to be learning things. You're going to be testing things, trying things. I have hundreds of techniques that I teach you. And we go over them together. And they will reveal you and unfold you to yourself in a way you have never seen before. So please come join me. At least get on my schedule to talk to me. I open up times throughout my work month where I talk to potential new students, and it's gentle. We just discuss, hey, are you ready? Are you almost ready? Maybe you're not ready. We'll find out. But it's good to call, and it's good for us to talk, because it puts it on your radar, and it's the first step in your commitment to yourself. So I invite you to go to flowdreaming.com, swipe to it on your phone or go on your desktop, and go ahead and set up a time and let's talk. I can't wait.